So I just finished Honor mode in Baldur's Gate 3 a couple of days ago, and this is how I defeated every single boss in Act 3. So first, I went to the Hag Survivors so I can get a potion that will enable me to rescue Vanna before I kill Auntie Ethel. So I went to the bar and then throwed it at her immediately and she started puking. And then ordered her minions to attack us before running away. So I killed all of her minions then chased her to her lair. It's a pretty easy fight but it took very long because I tried to save all of the people that wore a mask. I regretted doing it because I lost gold due to the fact that Gale's lightning struck them as it killed Auntie Ethel. Now I have to pay them so they won't attack me even though I just saved their lives. Ungrateful. Anyway, after defeating Auntie Ethel, I went to kill Carrion. It was pretty easy fight, just a couple of punches and lightning strike killed him before he even got a chance to strike back. After this, I went to the House of Grief to save Shadowheart's parents by murdering the Shirans along with Lady Viconia. Pretty easy fight, but took a couple of turns due to the number of enemies. And then, after long resting, I decided to kill Raphael to complete my monk items. It was a pretty easy fight. Just a couple of chain lightnings, divine smites, and monk punches defeated Raphael. I also reduced his HP by 200 points by telling him he was not good in bed. I really enjoyed this fight because of the amazing soundtrack while fighting him. So, the next boss I defeated was Ansur. This boss, in my opinion, is harder compared to Raphael, so I came with a bunch of Globe of Invulnerability scroll before facing him to avoid getting wiped. Gale died because he got blasted through the chasm, falling to his death, but still, we managed to defeat Ansur after a couple of turns. After defeating Ansur, I decided to fight Cazador. Compared to Ansur, Cazador felt like a breeze. I managed to defeat him very easily using Sith Emperor Gale. Just a couple of lightning chains and he was defeated. After the fight, I decided to recruit Astarion first before opening Cazador's casket. I did not let Astarion ascend this time, and honestly, Spawn Astarion is better than Ascended Astarion, based on story. Ascended Astarion felt like a victim and then turned a villain, while an Ascended Astarion felt like he was really finally free from the grasp of Cazador and the hunger, specifically the hunger for power. It was actually really nice talking to him in the epilogue, and says he was forever thankful to us, and the way he said it sounded really genuine. Anyway, after defeating Cazador, I decided to kill Gortash. So, I freed the Gondians, defeated Titan, and then destroyed the steel factory. Gortash was annoying though to fight because of the traps in his room. Nonetheless, it was pretty basic fight. Monk and Gale punched and electrocuted him to death. After that, I took his nether stone and then went to fight Sarevok. Before fighting Sarevok, I closed the doors first so the guards won't come to his aid during the battle. After a couple of chain lightnings and punching, his servants casted Sanctuary, so I threw the bomb at his feet and then looted his corpse after the fight. After this, I took a long rest and then went to take the last nether stone from Orin. I always take my time to read the enemy's legendary action since it was my first time doing honor mode without even trying tactician difficulty. Reading Orin's surprised me because it said that if she did not use her legendary action, then Baal's edict will be placed during her turn. I read it and I was like, huh? What the heck is this? Baal's edict will kill her if she didn't do anything? So I was like, cool. So I skipped Gale's turn and then I was freaking surprised when Baal's edict was casted on Gale instead. So I was like, huh? And then I started to panic. So I started punching Orin using my monk like there was no tomorrow, but I only deal 1 damage because of the unstoppable buff. So I decided to use Shadowheart to make the enemies wet because I have to kill somebody using Gale or he'll die. After applying wet status to the enemy using Shadowheart, I realized a problem. Gale can see shit because I casted darkness using Lae'zel, so now I'm panicking again. And I'm thinking, like, Lae'zel better start murdering Orin or will get murdered instead. So I casted Hex before whacking Orin's head, and I was relieved to see the darkness vanish in front of Gale. Now that Gale can see shit, I was able to finally cast Lightning Chain to the enemy, and I was relieved, but then I realized something. I was like, wait a minute, killing these people reduces her unstoppable buff, so I started blasting them again. After killing her followers, Orin became really squishy and my monk punched her to death. With her defeated, I was finally able to complete the 3 nether stones, so it was time to finish the Elder Bane. Before climbing the Elder Bane, I decided to cast Featherfall so I can jump down the platform very quickly, and I also applied some buffs as well. And with that, I decided to climb the top of the Elder Bane. Gale talks about the crown for the moment, and honestly, I like how the way he looks. Half-elated Gale looks menacing. Anyway, I killed the Emperor first using my monk and finished the dragon using Gale in the first turn. I also called Zevlor and Irene to help in the fight so they can tell some stories to their grandchildren or children in the future if they decided to have some. Anyway, after killing everyone in 3 turns, I finally opened the portal towards the Netherbrain. And during this time, I was really nervous because I read some stories on how they got wiped due to the unexpected Orb of Negation deleting the platform. So, before I started to hit the Netherbrain, I casted the Globe of Invulnerability using Lae'zel. I'm not even sure if it was gonna work, so after casting the globe, I waited for my monk to come inside and then I started unloading the bombs that I hoarded. After unloading the bombs, I started panicking and punching the Netherbane. After punching the Netherbane, I detonated the bomb using Shadow Heart and then finished the brain using Orpheus Black Hole, and thus I was finally able to finish Honor Mode after 52 hours of gameplay. Overall, I think the bosses in Act 1 are a bit trickier to fight due to the fact that you are weaker compared to the Act 3 bosses. Anyway, I finally unlocked the gold dice and got the achievement for defeating Honor Mode and Tactician Mode. That's it for this video guys, see you again next time.
Come here, you goon.